Hi! Welcome to Michael's Musings. It is I, author Michael A. Jacob, on MAJ TV. Thank you for joining me. This is the last video for the Blood Saga series. This is book 1. Make sure you see that there. Yeah. I am almost done with the rough draft of book 4, which is supposed to be the last in the series. I did it for Nano, so yay, Nano. It's sitting at about 100k words right now. Anyway, Blood Saga, my bloody, sexy, angsty, cool vampire series. It's a little gory, but we love it. And yeah, no life lessons, none of that. Just morals, ethics, nah, gone. Of course, these videos are short, sweet, to the point. Series starts on Earth, ends on their home world, Cellaxa, which is what we're going to be talking about today. Instead of going through every single chapter, like I've done with some of the other series that I write, the book ones, not every single book. We're just going to go through the timeline of the story's universe. So we've already gone through the premise, which is carnivorous alien race crash lands on Earth in the 18th century. It's kind of like an alternative history type of thing. And they amass, great wealth up to present day until they leave. And then, and they have to sort out their own things on their home world. But, yeah, it's so cool. So we're not going to get back down into the details because, I want you to, read the books. Thanksgiving, me and Mandolin, I lost literally 2 ounces of blood. It was pretty gory, which ties in well with Blood Saga. But anyway, let's get into it. Let's get into Cellaxa. The home world. A gloomy planet of carnivores, who are pretty much masters of trade. They're like it. The sun comes out every couple of months to the chagrin of the population. They like it in moderation, and that's even too much for them. And that's why when our little darlings get on Earth and they're like, "Oh, sunlight," so they fit in well with vampires because there's okay, we can do this. We can sunlight, no, but they have no problem with it. I mean, they can walk out in it just fine. They just choose not to on occasion. Trade is dominated by the top 10 merchants, the merchant clans. So I only touched on the top 8 for the story because the other 2 they don't really join in. They kind of keep themselves away, So the top merchants, they've been in business for generations, spanning, nearly 1,000 or more years. And then some, like I said, the other 2, the last 2 that I don't talk about, they tend to, they keep it themselves. So that's why I don't mention them. They just don't engage. As the other merchants who are not in the top 10, they're they're just trying to keep their business afloat. Now, the big war happened, 1,000 years ago. It devastated the planet, and a lot of the wildlife were wiped out, and the class system kind of changed. Like I said before, the ancient ones, there was this backlash against them, and the Catalings stayed in the royal house, but the Volscians ended up going into hiding, getting sold into other families. So this is when the ancient ones ended up being slaves to the upper class. And the emperor, gave himself license to terrorize everyone, including his own family. We talked about Emperor Marlon III, Manel's crazy father. So when the hunting on Cellaxa gets canceled because there's no really wildlife anymore, and hunting each other is kind of like frowned upon. You shouldn't do that. The Royal Council had to find like a new planet, for that sport. So every few years they have like other creatures imported for their coming of age rites, because to become an adult you have to go out and like hunt and hope you come back alive, that kind of thing. So, and also because there's not really hunting, no fresh blood also meant that Cellaxa trade, some of it, like a portion of the Cellaxa trade, focused on harvesting it from other sources. Their motto is, if it's red, we get fed. So they don't like any other blood, but if it's red, that's us. We're getting that. So teams of merchant workers go out in ships equipped with these giant cubes for filling up with carcasses, fresh kills, anything else that bleeds. There's even like if there's like some kind of like, interstellar war or anything like that, and there's like, well, there's some dead laying around, if you want to grab some of that, go for it, because they understand, the Cellaxa trade, and they're just like, and Cellaxa's not the only carnivorous race, so of course they go to these planets, and they're not the only ones harvesting bodies. The hulls are combined, so all the ships they go around, they do this, and then they combine them into a giant shipment. They have a rendezvous point where they put it all in there, and it's, if you saw it, you'd just be like, ew, like these giant, like clear cubes of like bloody stuff, like giant, like house-sized cubes. Yeah, coming off these like big industrial like cargo ships. But anyway, the scientists on Cellaxa found a way to increase the volume. So they could take a smaller cube and they can make more and fill up a bigger cube. While they filter out all the impurities and other, icky bits that are in the cube. So this way their blood supply doesn't run out. Because as avid blood drinkers, the population also has a mighty military that trains often to ensure, if another war breaks out, they're prepared. So, they gotta feed the army as well. But see, Imperial soldiers have modified DNA that turns their blood black. So, I mean, in book 1 and 2, you see the battle, and you see some of the Imperial guards that they're fighting. There's no red blood. It's just black, icky stuff, and it tastes awful. So, which is kind of like a deterrent for their enemies. Anyway, Cellaxa soldiers feel the fight isn't worth having if you don't drain your opponent dry in the process. So their motto is always harvest the spoils. Like I said, they're a carnivorous race. They're like, oh, so if it's red, yeah, we're drinking it, we're eating it. So that's what I got for you for Blood Saga. This was the last one. Sorry. So of course, as I said, I'm almost done with book 4 of the series. Yes, I'm digging a bag. Because this is book 3. You see it's way bigger. And book 4 is probably going to be just about the same size. So we're going to be good at it. Just so you know, I am going to be doing a Kickstarter. Because I'm going to omnibus all 5. There's actually 5 books. One's a novella. So I'm combining them all, and I'm going to split them into 2 hardback omnibuses. So look for that. I'm probably gonna do a video on that when I start getting getting it done, seeing what kind of stretch goals I want to do. So, if you want to see more of my works, you can go on majacobauthor.com. And if you want to buy direct, you can go on to michaelajacob.com. The links for those are in the description. If you loved these nice, short, sweet videos, please hit the like button and subscribe, because there will be more coming. Because in addition to the 3 series, I write other stuff too. So I love discussions. I love honest feedback. Please feel free to make comments, ask questions, engage. I look at all comments and I answer as many as I can if they're there. And I just ask that you be respectful and don't spam. So I will see you in the next videos. And some of them actually are going to be coming through from that other social place, the TikTok. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, you can, check out everything I have. And I will see you at the next video. And may the universe grant all that you desire. Thank you.